everyone, welcome to Connection Yoga. I just want to say real quick, yoga is for everyone. However, when online, it is up to the individual to assess whether they are ready or not to participate in the class that they have chosen. If you suffer from specific disease, illness, or injury, or are pregnant, it is important for you to consult with your physician before beginning. The practice of yoga requires that you, the practitioner, need to gauge the safety of your practice within your own personal and physical limitations. I'm not there, I'm not in your body, so I can't. You need to pay attention and act accordingly. It is always better for you to build up slowly rather than force or strain. While you might feel exertion throughout the practice, you should also feel relaxed. While you might feel some discomfort, you should never feel pain. The techniques and suggestions presented in the following content are not intended to substitute for proper medical care. Consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program. Connection Yoga assumes no responsibility for injuries suffered while participating in the yoga content. The user assumes all risks. With that, I can't wait to see you on the mat, and I'll see you there.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Connection Yoga. And today we are doing a little bit of a special pose breakdown episode. It's also special because Roscoe's sitting with us right now. But otherwise, what are we going to do today? We are going to talk about twisting in yoga asanas, in yoga poses, is pretty much what I'm getting at. Hi, bud. So, we will be discussing how twisting in your yoga practice not only can greatly impact you physically, but also mentally. So, we'll go over how to twist in some of my favorite poses that we've already broke down. So, this is not getting to some of these sweet restorative twisting poses that I hope to break down in depth in the future. We're just going to talk about twisting in some of the poses that we do more regularly in our practice. So, first, what does twisting do for us? Well, literally, when we twist, we are twisting our belly and our organs. When we twist our body, we compress the organs as we move. And naturally, this sort of twisting thing helps with digestion because the compression on the organs organically creates this lack of circulation in the body because of the compression, the weight of your body on those organs. It sort of compresses them so they can't breathe. I mean, like when you have a cut, you press it down so it bleeds less. All right? So, once you release from that twisting pose, because of the lack of circulation, then a flood of fresh blood is going to go in there. And these fresh oxygen and nutrients assist in your ability to function. So, twisting physically is just one way that we start to work in on the inner body, the subtle body, our organs, and so on and so forth. All right, so it's how we detox the system. It's super great, but also it helps with pain reduction, specifically with back pain, because twisting is naturally how we're going to release more of those muscles other than just general lengthening forward fold. And we'll get to that more in the future with the restorative poses that are twisting oriented. I love them and I can't wait to share them with you because back pain is, to be not punny, it's an epidemic. So many people I know experience this pain. I personally do, and I just want to help and show you how yoga can help improve your life. Also, twisting, moving back to the topic, helps with de-stressing in general. So when we're twisting, a lot of the time we are opening the chest, opening the shoulders, and opening the back, all right? And by doing this, it sort of releases this feeling of anxiousness that some of us hold at higher or lower degrees within our body. So we release this stored up tension, which will not only give the physical release of our shoulders, back, chest, but also a positive potential effect on our mental state. So I hope I've sold you on this, and I hope you're ready to join me to break down 3 poses today: chair, crescent, and forward fold. All right, so I'm gonna get started. First, we are gonna start with chair pose. So we've broke it down before. If you have not watched my pose breakdown, I suggest you hit pause, you go back and you watch it now. It's gonna greatly give you so much more information in depth for this twisting breakdown right now. So for those joining me right now in this moment, chair pose. So we have the pressing of the feet, squeezing the center line, drawing the belly in, tailbone slightly tucked, pubic bone slightly lift, extending out of the spine, okay? Our legs through the hips stays the same, okay? So when we twist, we want our hip points to remain pointing forward, and we are going to be twisting through the rib cage instead, okay? And so this is going to require your abductors here to start lengthening, and you might not be able to twist right away. If you are very tight, it's hard sometimes. So something to work forward to, but remember that if your hips are moving around, that might be your limit. You want them pointing forward, and then when you twist in chair, first, when you twist, again, look to see, are your knees even? Because that'll mean your hips are even. Knowing your flexibility here is important. So if you're really flexible, you can hook your elbow down here and open your arms. Keep the hands together in prayer if you like that more pressing sensation out of the chest. But make sure your hips stay even, and you're gonna keep trying to lengthen out of the upper body in the twist, opening the body. Okay, again, back to that chest, shoulders. So if you don't quite have flexibility there yet, great, that's cool. What you can do here, stay up a little higher, twist gently with your hands, a little bit more, the less twist. You can even keep your hand on your hip if you don't want the arm work, but it does help with that extension, that chest lifting, that opening. When we do open the hands, spread the fingers, okay? So, and then as you grow, you can start to work your way down till your elbow can get down there and you can do the hooking twist. Go with what is possible with your body and listen to it, okay? And some days you might be able to go more or less. Our bodies are crazy. They change all the time. And that's why it's important we listen in the moment. So that's chair pose essentially. Keep the hips forward, okay? Next, crescent lunge. All right, again, I broke this down. If you want to go back and see it, do so. So, I just did yoga. Sorry, I'm slipping a little bit on my hand sweat. Crescent lunge. So, hips are again facing forward, but one is extending, one is in flexion here. Feet pressing down, back heel over their toes, pressing out. So that all stays the same as it was before. When it comes to twist, there are 2 ways we can do it here. First is revolving open with your shoulders over your hips, okay? So when you do that, again, it's a twist through the rib cage here. I like to extend my arms because it helps me reach, helps me pull that shoulder. But be wary, okay? So your arms are at a T, reaching. Shoulder blades are in and plugged down the back. Pecs lengthening, gaze forward on the wall that you're twisting towards or whatever you are. Maybe a beautiful outdoor view. So that's the first variation. The next one is twisting it kind of how we were with the elbow on the hook. Okay, so more leaning forward, twisting. Again, if you don't have the flexibility, you can automatically twist to this higher level here. We are twisting through your ribs, same as chair, but against the leg, okay? And again, as you work into it, you can do your elbow down. But the key is you want to have major length through the torso here and want to be able to breathe with all the twisting poses. If you can't breathe because you are twisting not only your organs but your lungs, if you can't breathe, you are too deep in, you need to come out. Untwist gently, it's totally cool, and then start to progress back in where you can breathe. So, for example, like in Crescent Lunge here, if you're down here and you're like, I can't breathe, but I'm in the twist, I'm supposed to be down here. It doesn't matter. If you can't breathe, that's what matters, okay? And as you build flexibility, you build into your practice these twists, okay? So, if you are lower, just remember, breathe, extend out the lungs. Great. So, that takes us to a third pose, which is forward fold, okay? And this is going to translate to other postures, okay? And I'll break those briefly down after this one. So, forward fold. Already broke down in another video again, but here it is again, briefly. Feet hip width apart. That's about 2 fist width. All four corners of the feet pressing down, legs extending, forward fold with your tailbone reaching up, soft bend in the knees at the least, crown reaching forward as you fold forward, lengthen the spine, okay? When it comes to the twisting, about everything on the bottom, again, is the same, but you'll place one hand under your face and then one hand either to the low back or to the sky, okay? And again, keeping the hips even, reaching out of the chest, out of the rib cage as it lifts and twists, okay? From the side body, okay? And then other side. Counterbalancing and twist is important. All right, as in all things. So, this translates to tabletop twist as well. So, if you're feeling like that forward fold was quite a lot, start here, all right? Left hand under the face, hand reaches up, palm presses down as you reach, open the body, keeping the hips square, okay? So, that's just one way this goes. Also, wide leg twist. So, you're in a wide leg forward fold, and it's about the same as the ones where it's close together, okay? Your feet are pressing down, soft bend in the knees, and again, hand goes into the face, and twist out of the ribs, okay? And then there's a deeper variation of this twist, okay? So I usually cue it arms to T, right hand to the outside of the left foot, twist, left hand to the sky. So here, it's the same as the wide leg forward fold. Feet pressing down, legs lengthening, and your hips, you want them not only to stay square and down here. You don't want to shift over the leg. I just did it. I had to correct and look down at myself because when you pull over here, it's easy to do that, but you don't want to. Maybe your hand goes to the top of your foot, and then you twist, pressing those feet down. Okay? And then other side. Left hand outside of the right foot, reach the hand up. Okay? Length out of the chest, out of the body. In all of these is important. Breathing is important. But as I've said, these poses are important for our body, for our mental state, important for us to empower ourselves with. So, my take home for today is include at least one twisting posture in all your yoga practices. If it's in the morning and you're just twisting a little dynamically, do something. Do any twist. And I'll be happy. I promise you will find something from it. So, thank you for being here today with this. If you want to flow with me, look for that to come out. I'll have a 30-minute sort of everyday detox twisting flow with these poses in it. All right? Plus many more to come. Look out for the restorative twisting that I'm got in the works for you. And have a beautiful day. Give me a like if you like this today, and I'll see you next time.